All right, let's get it in. Good afternoon, pro dumpster divers out there. So, we got a bit of a doozy for you guys today, right now. We're going to go over my brand new entire silver stash, which I definitely would like to go over. We have a lot to go over right now. We do have some new products that came in. So we're going to go over this effortlessly and efficiently as possible and look over the different types of silver you can have, the different types of silver scrap, and why in many cases silver scrap is always good to have, especially during a doomsday time. It appears that someone put in the comment section that the Saudis are not using their they basically are not working with the US dollar anymore over a 50-year oil embargo, which is sad, but this is one of the reasons why you have to have assets. Even BlackRock and Goldman Sachs knows what's going on. So let's go over the different types. Now we have three different sections to go over. We have a gold scrap case, and then we actually have the actual solid silver case here, and then we actually have a new bag right now. So let's quickly go over the other silver we actually have, just to basically get you guys there up to speed right now. Let's bring our brand new tripod from Five Below back. All right, so what we actually have here right now is I got this case from Walmart, and somebody actually suggested clear cases are very good for your silver because they're actually see-through and you can see what you're missing to add or anything like that. So the top portion here, these are Silver Eagle coins, and the cases for them I ended up getting at Hobby Lobby. Okay, and these are only for the silver dollar cases here. So this right here, these are Silver Eagles. This is 1 ounce fine silver, $1. Now, don't give this to someone for $1. Please don't do that. Someone made a joke about that online. Trust me, I'll give you $1 for one of these. Absolutely. Now, the value has went up. When I originally bought these, this was about 5 years ago or so. I believe I paid about $20 for it, which was definitely pretty good for me. Someone in the comments section put down what the actual price is of silver right now so that everyone can basically know. But yeah, I paid about 21.50 for these right now. So who knows how much they're actually worth, which is definitely pretty good. But yeah, I do believe I'm loving it, man. I'm absolutely loving this right now. So this is the Silver Eagle. Now the date of this is 2008 right now, which may have been the year it was actually minted. Now you can pick up some of these for a very good price depending on what website you go to. However, I would suggest you actually don't go to a website. I'd rather you actually go to a jewelry store because whenever you go online, they will charge you shipping. Now, the price of silver right now is $950 a kilogram, and it's $29.58 an ounce. So let me actually pull that up for you there. If you can clearly look at this here, this is the price for silver, $29.58, and that's the price of gold, $2,300, which is a lot of money, by the way. And for those of you basically saying, what the hell was on the screen? That was Metro. This is a documentary on Metro, the game. All right. So that's what I actually have here. Now, I did add two of them beforehand. So everything on the top section right here is actually just all Silver Eagles. I believe all these are Silver Eagles. Let's double check them. Silver Eagle. Yeah, these are all 1 ounce Silver Eagle coins, which I basically decided to keep here in these special cases. Now, a gentleman in the comment section basically said, well, don't put your silver in cases because you need to hold them in your hands at the time. And I said, yes, but I don't want to get smudges on them. Now, let me know, do you put your silver in cases or do you just leave them out? You can do that, but here's my thing. I'd rather keep them as pure as possible. I don't want to put smudges on them or anything like that because when you touch them, again, you have, they call it Patel on it, which is basically just fingerprint dirt, and over time you can discolor it, and I don't want to do that. These two look a bit different though right now. This looks a bit shinier than this one right now. So for the silver coins, I did get them at 21.50 a couple years ago. Right now silver's at 21.58. So basically it went up a couple bucks, which is definitely good for me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have 20. I have 21 ounce silver eagles. I don't say silver coins, I say silver eagles, because silver coins are actually going to end up being a little bit different. Now, this section, wait a minute, this is over here. All right, so I have 21 in total. Right, okay, 21 silver eagles in total. These ones over here are not exactly the same silver eagles. These ones are a bit different. I did get them from a jeweler in Metuchen, and he basically said they're all 1 ounce, but there's different types, if you can kind of understand that right there. Okay, so these ones here, let's see, this is a 1 ounce silver for here, and this is for Atlantic City Railroad 442 type. Okay, so this was a definite special one there. And I have another one here. This one is for the Cook Island We Will Never Forget. This is a 9/11 coin I did end up purchasing, which is very nice, by the way. Horrible event that happened. $1 Freedom Tower 2009. This one here, it says hold it, own it, 2015 on silver we trust. So definitely have your silver. Even as a doomsday prepper, you have to have it. If you don't, always have it, because it's a good way to actually trade if you do not want to give up your food. I do intend on keeping mine. I am not selling silver. The gold I have, I'll sell, but I'm not selling silver at all, because anytime I see billionaires buying this stuff up by the kilo or by the pound, okay, which is 454 grams, which would be in a pound, you definitely want to have these right now, because people have private stockpiles of this. Okay, this one here is the Doge. Is this Doge? Yeah, it says Dogecoin on it. I actually got this at a jeweler. I'm like, how would they make a coin out of Doge? It says, wow, much bullion, such currency. Whoever decided to mint this is interesting. It says to the moon. I actually did buy Doge as well, by the way, for those of you asking. All right, this is Continental Currency, 1776 coin. Mind your own business. Oh, the Illuminati don't want you minding your own business, because they ain't everything, I heard. All right, this is We Are One American Congress. Okay, I got another one here, which is a 1 ounce for the silver bug community, which is pretty good. So someone crafted this. This shows, I believe it's a woman. I believe this is a woman. If anyone knows this coin, let me know. It does appear to be a woman with wings for that one there right now. Okay. We have another one here, which shows, I believe, Poseidon right now. I believe that's Poseidon. This is Britannica 2014. This one here is Elizabeth II DG Reg Fedef, 2 pounds. Oh, it's 1 ounce. I will keep that. And this one here basically does appear to show a horse with wings, which may be Pegasus. Right now, 2016, and the lightning bolts on it would basically talk about a Greek origin of Zeus as well, which is very, very nice. Okay, goldsilver.com. Oh, I will check out goldsilver.com. And this one is another 9/11 one. However, this has the eagle on it as well for God Bless America. Okay, very simple. Now, going over this here, this is a 5 troy ounce bar. I actually did end up purchasing. I really don't open it, because again, I don't want to get my fingerprints on this here as well. How do you even open this thing, man? How do you open these things? Okay, there we go. So that, okay, it's a slash. Okay, all right. So how does this thing even, I bought this years ago. Whoa, okay, nice. Oh, it's curved around it. Okay, but is it still 5? Okay, it says 9, which might be the company. Fine mint, 5 troy ounces, 999 fine silver. Very nice, very heavy, by the way. This is a nice solid brick. Now, these brown marks may have actually been what they used to put it on a mold as well. And I can actually see that because you have a little bit of a ridge right there where it didn't go through. Very nice. Yeah, this is nice and curvy. I'm going to put it back because I don't want to go ahead and harm my, there we go. Put that right back in there. And then we will put this, I guess this clips here. And then I have to shove that piece back in. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so that is the 5. Now, this is probably the only troy ounce piece I actually have right now. Now, I do have, I'm going to move this here. I have this piece here, which I bought a while ago. And this, I was like, dude, is that a big-ass quarter? Yeah, it's a big-ass quarter right now. This is a very large quarter. And it has a weird ridge around the end of it. When you get to the back, it says Nebraska Homestead 2015 right now. I believe that's corn and a barn with a water pump there for a natural well. And let's actually open this because this has been kept inside for so long right now. See if there's any other markings. This thing is huge, man. I love this. I should be doing this with gloves right now. See, the edges aren't rigid or anything as most coin. Oh, wait, it says something here. This is what we got, 0.999 fine silver, 5 ounce. So this is not troy, okay? And I'm looking at this. This is a lot heavier than the original one, which was the troy ounce one that I have here. But this is a very large quarter. This thing is huge, man. Absolutely love this. I keep this on the bottom because if anything, this is the one piece I will keep because it will definitely hold the value that's absolutely there. Now on the bottom here, I actually just have some small pieces of 1 gram silver, of how 1 gram silver actually looks. This one was a bit more expensive. I actually ended up buying a pack of circuit breakers, which I had. And this one actually popped out in it when I was double checking it. That's why I tell you guys, always double check your stuff. Okay, so somebody stamped it and it cost a bit more than 70 cents. Bet you that. All right. And that's another 1 gram one there. Now, the silver bars that I have, I don't have any larger silver bars, but these are the ones that I have. And these are, I believe, are from different companies. This is a silver buffalo 1 ounce bar here. And on the back of it, it says America 1776 to 1976 bicentennial. We have another one here, which is actually a silver eagle from the Sunshine Minting, which is definitely pretty good. Have a couple of those right now, which is very nice. And this appears to be an old car, the Model T Ford, Patrick Mint, San Francisco. I will check that out right now. 1 troy ounce. So this is a troy ounce. Okay, and others the 1 ounce ones there. Another Sunshine Mint, and might be a blank. Oh, wait a minute. So this one appears to be having something at the ends, might be called pitting, but you have a bit of a dark part there, which may be a burn as well. This is the Stagecoach, fine 9 silver. We have another Sunshine Mint there. This is the Indian Hand 1 ounce pure silver bar, another bicentennial. And here we actually have a bit of a plate 1 ounce bar right now for Horseshoe Curve. Yes, if I can make that out, it does say 1 ounce, 999 fine silver. Okay, and these are the bars. Now, with the other coins that I have here, I didn't put them on the end because they wouldn't exactly fix. This is the first colored silver eagle that I have, which is only colored in the front, not the back. So these are a bit more rarer because they take more time to do. You just don't pound it out with the silver bar. They actually have to be colored in and shaded. So this one I actually ended up getting for, I think, 50 cents cheaper because no one had actually bought it. No one liked it. But to actually have a silver eagle with the woman wrapped up in a flag is very nice. So I do intend on keeping this one here. Here we actually have Year of the Horse. This may be Chinese, 2014. 1 ounce coin here. We have another one, which is United States, give me your tired, your weak, your poor, your huddled, your masses running to breathe free. Yes, that was a speech way back in the day. Ellis Island, Gateway to America, 1986, which is a very, very nice coin here. Silver mint, United We Stand. We have another one here. just the Elizabeth 2, another 2-pounder here as well with, I believe it's Poseidon. If this is Poseidon, let me know. It's on the Queen Elizabeth coin. I gotta figure that one out there. And this one here, we have maiden voyage April 10th, 1912, sunk April 15th, 1912. So it looks like it was a Titanic on the back of that there. Yo, yeah, Titanic, a ship of dreams, which turned into a nightmare, which was absolutely horrible. Okay. So we have some silver quarters here, and then we have some of the silver money. Ended up getting about 2 ounces of these, put them in a little bag, which is very nice. And a couple more silver coins, which are definitely pretty good to have. We have some of these, which are silver $half. So you get 5 points if you tell me the name of the president that's on the 50-cent coin, which is the 1964 one. All right. Some people really don't think about those things right there, but it's always good to definitely check that out. All right. Now, this case, and I'm going to be very clear about it. I got it at Walmart, and I do like the case because it holds everything together. And when I carry it, I don't have to worry about it bunching up where the case itself would actually end up breaking. Okay. Which is very, very important. Always have a clear case for your silver, unless you end up putting it in a case so that you basically don't actually show that out there. And then have that right now. So this is the other bar that's here. I have different places and sections for where they actually go. Now, the little container here, this is actually silver dust. And all of this can actually be melted into a bar. So I'm saving this, and I put this in here just in case I may need it later on. So that's where I actually have that. And last but not least is this case here. This is a holographic silver eagle that I ended up paying an additional $150 for more for the silver price at $21. This is a beautifully holographic. I wish you could see this in person. It's absolutely holographic. It's very nice. This is a 2001 here with the silver eagle holographic as well. Nowhere else could I find this, and this is absolutely beautiful. Sometimes you really have to go back and look at some of the stuff you have and just realize how amazing it actually is, not just to hold precious metals, but something as amazing as what you actually have, which is good. Now, I keep it inside of the case just for safekeeping, so I don't mix it up with anything else right there, but I do intend to have that, and it is beautiful. Now, we're not done. We actually have to go over this case. Now, for those of you involved in the scrapping world, you already know how important certain silver actually is when it comes to silver scrapping contacts. So inside of a circuit breaker, you're going to have silver contacts, and these silver contacts basically have the good silver in it that you have to put in dust there. So if I pick this part up here, this little bag here contains silver contacts that came from small little electrical relays. So when you actually pop open a relay, you can actually end up getting a chance to look at some of the other ones it has in it. There's those little dots of silver, so I'd have to stick this whole thing in acid, but to have a nice little bar of it, this probably weighs about 15 ounces. So if I divide that by 3, I'll probably get 5 ounces of silver out of this. Who knows? But I love to practically see the nice little points that are in here, which is absolutely beautiful. And then this side here contains some old Chinese coins that are melting down because I took them and he said they were fake. This is actually silver solder, so we'll have to reverse electroplate those. Now, let's get into the absolute goods of the power of silver. This is a bag of silver contacts, raw, pure, 100% silver contacts, okay? And you got a bit of a dust in there. This came off of larger industrial panels. So when you go to, let's say, an abandoned factory and you look at the circuit breakers, the contacts in them will be slightly bigger because they have to connect more watts and more voltage of power. You also have to be careful that it's still not under power. So if you see lights in there, don't try to touch the circuit breaker because you can get shocked. Always, always, always wear gloves, okay? I could talk about the amount of cuts I ended up getting in the tetanus shots I had to end up, because again, inside of some of this is actually silver as well. I will open this so you can actually see what type it actually is, but in here is basically, you know, silver contact squares, but it's also got a bit of solder on it. You don't want to get that inside of your bloodstream. Okay, you have to be very, very careful when it comes to touching many things, and especially cleaning silver. Some people say don't clean silver. So let me know what you guys actually definitely have with that right now. So this is a large bag. This is probably about 50 ounces of silver contacts in here. It's very, very heavy. As well as this one right here. This here, man, okay, this is a bit heavier right now. I think this is the 72 ounce silver contacts. But when you look at this here, all of this is going to be, you're going to see circles in here, you're going to see squares in here, and it's all going to be connected as it was with circuit breakers that were there. Some of them came off of larger panels, and I put them inside of these special dollar store bags because they're a little bit thicker. The plastic is good, and you don't want silver to poke out of this and then go all over. Okay, now the name of this company that I got the box from is Integra. They actually make special electronic enclosures for companies, and someone threw this out, and I looked online. This little thing right here was like about $200 right now, and someone just threw it out. So this was part of a thermostat panel that they had, and I like it because it has this rubber weatherproofing strip with it, which is very good. And what I did is I just took a wife beater from the wash and I just put it down in here to have a bit of a soft backing, so when you move it, you don't have all those clank clank clank, hearing all the silver move as well. Okay, this is probably one of the most condensed circuit breaker silver scrap bags that I actually have. And trust me, I'll get to the larger bags in a minute. This here is extremely heavy right now. I got a larger bag for this. This, man, okay. This contains, again, relay points, which will basically just be silver scrap in them, which has a massive amount right now. And as you can see, there are very, very small parts in there. So I had to separate it out and put everything in a bag, and making sure that when I put it back in here, it flows through. Silver itself is like Newtonian there. You want to make sure that it goes out. And then even on the bottom here is just silver bricks. This little silver brick comes off of a circuit breaker, and I'll show you what those similarly look like. But this right here is your silver that you can melt down and purify with some borax. Very beautiful. Always like it. And this box, I call this the Integra box because it's an Integra enclosures, basically holds many, many ounces of silver. It's very, very heavy, and it's very difficult to lift right now. Okay, so the good part is, another good part that I like about it is it has a latch on the bottom. Okay, so let me put these in right now. I want to put this back. Always make sure that when you're done checking your silver out, you put everything back together, and it has a bit of a latch here that goes up, clips in, and goes back down. And you can actually lock it so kids don't get into it. However, I don't believe that this will be a good gun case at all, so please don't do that. It does have rivets where it would go into the wall. Okay, now we also have one more type to actually show you right now. This is actually the silver case that I did get at Walmart, and the good part is it goes down and it clamps just like that on the end of it. That way it doesn't come out at all, and so your silver is in two beautiful cases. Now, another part that we're going to talk about is these bags. Now, for those of you who, again, when you have circuit breakers, you're going to end up having a lot of silver scrap when it comes to it. Okay, so let's go over these bags right here, okay, because I did this morning. These bags basically hold circuit breaker silver scrap, but these are not the fine-tuned ones. This is basically just pulling it out with the copper, which is why we still have to call it scrap. Now, if you clearly look here, okay, you can obviously see where the silver is. Like right here, we have a silver button, which is what they would call it, a silver button. You have to pull that out. We have another silver button right here. We have another silver button, which is right here, okay? And then you're going to end up having silver on many of these points in here right now. You have another silver button, if you can see right there. and another one here, another one here. So you're going to have a lot of silver inside of the circuit breaker contacts. I like them because many companies just throw them out in the trash. I tell them, hey, all the time, if I go ahead and work with you for an hour, can I get that circuit breaker panel? And they'll say, good. And I can pull out maybe an ounce or an ounce and a half out of that, which would basically be about $30 or $40. Okay. So this here was attached, and this part would actually end up connecting to change electricity within a circuit breaker. Some of them are smaller, some of them are larger. This is a larger one. That's because this contains at least more than an ounce of silver with it. Now, some of them do contain cadmium. You have to make sure that you do not by any means breathe it in. Don't breathe it in at all. Someone put a comment on there that cadmium burning is very hazardous. So you don't want to do that at all. And we're going to have different types of circuit breakers here right now. Again, this is just one bag because I've been collecting circuit breaker scrap for years. So this is just one bag here. Okay. And this over here is another bag that I have. You can clearly look at this and actually see the silver points in here, which is why many people actually definitely do keep these. This one is an actual square one, which is previously screwed in. Now, how many bags of circuit breaker silver scrap do I actually have right now? Well, I will go ahead and tell you. That's one, that's two, that's three, that's four. Oh man, this is heavy. And that's five. Okay, and those bags, I will tell you, are heavy. They probably weigh about 50 pounds or so. So am I getting a couple pounds of silver out of this? Absolutely. You bet your ass I am. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large, extremely heavy bags of just silver scrap. Just silver scrap. All right, and that's what I actually have right there. So if you have any questions on it, put it in the comment section. I will pick it up with you guys, and I will see you guys later. Any questions, let me know. But trust me, I have a couple pounds of silver here right now. I already know that. Now, for those of you who wanted to do the mathematics on it, I'll do that for you right before I go. Let's say you wanted to find out how much silver is actually in all of this. Well, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to know the equation on that, which is basically, if I can put this here right now, for these larger pieces, okay, like for example, let's look at this piece right here. We got a silver button here, and you have all this copper. Now, again, you can still sell copper. Don't go ahead and throw. I've seen videos, YouTube videos, where guys basically have silver scrap there, and they throw these copper parts in the garbage. Don't do that. Copper is still about $3 to $4 a pound, and you can make your own copper bars. Yes, the melting heat is a bit more, but still, I mean, you might not consider copper a precious metal. If you don't, it's fine, but it's still good. Like, look at this. Right? There's a lot of copper in here. In fact, I'll say this, I probably have more copper in all of these bags than silver, which is fine for me. Okay. So if we wanted to find out the equation of how much silver we actually have, what you do is you figure out how much you have in grams. So in one pound equals 454 grams right now. Okay. Now each of these pieces, if I'm looking at them, okay, I'm going to divide that by 6, because if this piece weighs 7 grams with the silver and this gram of silver is just 1 gram, I'm going to hit that off by 6. Okay, so basically you're going to divide that by 6. So if I were to do, as an example, let's do this. Let's get the calculator out right now. If I were to go ahead and calculate this, I'd want to get, and again, yes, you're going to need acid and stuff like that, but this is the important part about it right now, okay? So if I were to pull up my calculator here, I'm going to take 454 grams divided by 6, and I get 75, okay? I get 75. So for every 1 pound, I'll get 75 grams of silver. Okay. Now, Is that good? Absolutely, because silver right now, as I told you, is $29.58 an ounce. Now, silver is 9 cents a gram. Sorry, 90 cents a gram. All right. So I could take 75 grams and times that by 0.9 and get $68. So I'm going to have $68 for every 1 pound in here right now. Now, let's say I have 50 pounds here. Okay. If I have 50 pounds, I'm going to take that 68 in there. Okay. Because I get 75 grams a pound. So I'm going to take 75 and I'm going to times that by 50. Okay. And at the end of it, I'm going to have, see if I can write this here, 3,750 grams of silver. Now, here's the thing. You can convert that into ounces or you can convert that into pounds. So if we converted it into pounds, we're going to divide it by 454, which means at the end of the day, I will have 8 pounds of silver. Okay, which is pretty good. Now, how many ounces is that? Well, that's going to end up being, there's 16 ounces in a pound, and I've got 8 pounds. So I'll basically multiply that by 16, and it will give me 132 ounces of silver. Okay. Now, is that pretty good? Absolutely. Why? Because all of this stuff comes from the trash. People throw this stuff out all the time. All right. How much is an ounce of silver today worth right now? As I said, $29 an ounce. So I'm going to take that 132 and I'm going to multiply that by 29. And that will tell me how much money all of this is going to be worth. Just this in total. Okay, so that is 132 times 29. So 132 ounces times $29, which is an ounce, and I'm going to get $3,832. Is that good? Absolutely, because all this was in the trash. Now, is this worth three? Yeah, absolutely. If somebody said, I'll give you $3,000 for it, I'll probably take it, because you're going to have to put time, energy, and money into melting all of it and the acid and the fire and everything like that. So I definitely will end up keeping all of this right now. And this is 5 bags of just silver scrap. All right. So that's my silver collection. I showed you guys everything that I basically have. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, like, follow, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys think. If I need to add some types of silver or melt this, let me know. Pro Dumpster Diver stash video out.